Hi everyone, and welcome back to the journaling mixtape. Last weekend, my husband and I, with minutes to spare, flew to Disneyland Paris. To say we couldn't have had a worse start to the holiday would have been an understatement. Here we are at the Ratatouille area in the Walt Disney Studios park, enjoying some snacks from the Christmas market stalls, pretending to be in Paris, whilst actually being in Paris. It had been a stressful morning. The panic of the night before, and then losing and thankfully finding my purse after breakfast, was a little too much. However, the cherry on top of the cake was finally realising that the travel journal kit I had lovingly set up for the weekend was currently sitting on my dining room table at home whilst I was hundreds of miles away in a different country. Whilst exploring the hotel grounds, I could have let the negative feelings of failure and disappointment take over, but instead I thought it would be an opportunity to try something new and to figure out what to do when the planning gods are really and truly not in your favour. We decided to head in to the Disneyland Hotel located at the entrance to the Disneyland Park. This hotel had reopened after a lengthy refurbishment and is absolutely beautiful inside. The process of journaling whilst travelling is one that is ingrained into my holiday routine. Whether it's a city break, a weekend excursion to visit family, a road trip, or an all-inclusive resort, a journal to record the memories of the trip is an integral part of my holiday. And so to have forgotten the supplies that I had intended on bringing with me felt like a part of my holiday plans had been ruined. Instead of letting it bring me down, I sat down in the beautiful fleur-de-lis bar and took 5 minutes to come up with a plan of how I was going to document this trip, something I knew would bring me joy. So how do you journal when travelling without your usual supplies? And if you're like me, this could be a small art shop's worth of items. Step 1 is to find something to write on. Luckily for me, I had brought with me my passport traveller's notebook. This was my wallet for the trip, and so it had my ID and bank cards, an essential part of travelling. Inside my TN, I usually carry a notebook, and in this case I had a blank refill that I decided I was going to use as my travel journal for this trip. If you don't have a notebook to write on, finding something to use needn't be that difficult. Receipts, the backs of tickets of flyers, maps, napkins, or even postcards that you can purchase from your destination could be options. Often hotel stationery is provided in rooms, and even though it's not for me, digital notes is an easy on-the-go option, allowing you to make notes from your trip on the go. Even though I had a notebook, step 2 of journaling without my usual supplies meant accepting imperfection. For me, I had to decide between two options. I had a blank refill insert for my passport traveller's notebook, but it felt like it would have just been a very plain written journal, and that's not really my style. I knew I'd be disappointed if I just wrote things down with no decoration, washi tape, stickers, and hence no personal flair. So I accepted that my journal wouldn't be complete until I got home. But that didn't mean I couldn't start the process. Sometimes you just have to let go of perfection and journal in the moment. Before I move on to step 3, I've just noticed that the cat on the amazing cat jumper that I'm wearing looks as though, number 1, it's judging me, but number 2, it's like getting ready to pounce at Remy on my wooden spoon. I got this pen whilst in Disneyland Paris, and just the way that the pen is wiggling is like how a cat stares at like a toy that it's about to chase and pounce, and it's just making me giggle right now looking at it. I absolutely love it. The wooden spoon, on the other hand, may have been an impulse purchase, and even though I love it, it is not the best item of stationery because it has no lid, and so the ink from the pen has ruined the insides of one of my bags. I still think it was completely worth it. Okay, so step 3 is to collect all the ephemera. My first task when we arrived was to scan the hotel room for anything that I could take that could be used in my journal when I reached home. There were postcards and also this cute schedule in this newspaper format. How cute is this woody lamp as well? Amazing. Honestly, ephemera really is your best friend when you're on the go. I always keep my eyes peeled for anything that can be used in my journal when I get home. I'm grabbing park maps, tickets, receipts. So here's the park map over here, and then I'm just about to pull out this napkin holder that we got from one of the quick service restaurants that we ate at. But honestly, anything that will remind you of any moment during your trip, keep it and take it home. I'm not sure why I have a spoon, but there's the spoon. And this is an amazing Phantom Manor pen that I picked up, and there were some amazing pens on this trip, like basic biro, big full colour pens, but the theming of them was incredible. How amazing is this It's a Small World pen? It brings me so much joy just looking at this pen, trying not to remember to sing the song so that then I'm not stuck with the song in my head for the rest of the day. I was just about to sing it and then I realised that you probably didn't need to hear that on the internet right now. This cute little brass clip from the latest subscription from the Coffee Monsters Co. also brought me a great deal of joy this trip and really made me smile. Even my husband giggled when he saw that. Another tip is to just make notes throughout the day. This is a big one for me. Even if you don't have the perfect setup, jotting down a few things that you did, what you saw, and any moments that stood out is really important. I find that the best time to do this is when you're sitting in a cafe or relaxing in your hotel room after a busy day. I'll take a few minutes, write a short note, and then when I'm back home I can refer to these notes when I'm ready to dive into the full journaling process. And here's the most important tip. Even though I was sitting outside in the freezing cold and my hands were slowly turning into icicles, I knew that I was truly enjoying the moment. Even though it's sometimes easy to get caught up in the journaling process, make sure you're also taking time to savor the experience. Whether that's enjoying the delicious food, the stunning views. In my case, I've got the castle behind me. I had a Christmas parade going past, and just sitting down to take it all in and being able to journal at the same time was so beautiful. Journaling is just a reflection of what you've experienced. So for me, this meant sitting with my notebook, writing my thoughts on the day, planning future spreads, and even writing a postcard to my kids who were staying with their grandparents. So, if you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, I hope this video has helped you feel a little less stressed about missing your journaling supplies. You don't need everything to create something meaningful. Just a little creativity, some patience, and a lot of love for the memories that you're making. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more, let's say, planned travel journaling videos in the future, but mainly planning videos and day-to-day journaling videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.